Sherry said my family is involved in the cattle business in southeastern South Australia and Western Victoria. We run approximately 22,000 head of cattle, primary British breed cattle, and producing for the domestic market. When I left school, finished high school, my father said to me, "Do you want to go to university or do you want to run cattle?" I said, "I think I'll run cattle. I've had enough of school." I've been 45 years at university. You never stop learning on this job, and you need to keep learning. The most important people, the most important priority, in my opinion, and everything, it's the thing we base our decisions on right from the start, is family. It's all about family. Here we've got the fourth, and potentially the fifth generation of cattle managers in this family, and if we can't get sustainability right, there won't be much of a future for them. Over the last 40 years, we've collected data which shows a steady increase in the amount and quality of pasture on which our cattle graze. The soil is measurably improved, salinity reduced, and the quality and the level of groundwater on which we rely for stock water has been maintained. And I always say continuous improvement requires measurement, analysis and action. We've fenced areas of natural forest and wetlands to exclude cattle to provide habitat for native animals. The redneck wallaby you see here is just one of the at-risk species that we're protecting in this fenced-off area. There are a lot of other species there, but you don't see them during the day because they're nocturnal animals, and you need to be there at night to see them. The fencing these areas is also of benefit to us because the first thing that cattle do when you go into the field to muster them is head for your native areas, and if you can keep them out of there, makes the job a lot easier and also gives the native species somewhere to live. Our wetland area that we fenced off, it was primarily for frogs, and with that came snakes that feed on the frogs, and the downside is occasionally we lose cattle to snake bite, but that's just something you need to put up with. A healthy animal is a profitable animal. The health and welfare of our herd is of extreme importance to us. It's as important as caring for the environment. Over the years, our average weight of our cattle raised on grass has increased from 450 kilograms at 20 months of age to 550 kilos at 20 months of age, due to better parasite control, high quality pastures and better genetic selection. I believe that health is easy to measure. There's all sorts of metrics to measure cattle health. They look healthy, they weight gain, they behave well. But welfare, in my opinion, is harder to measure because it's often a response to the emotions of our customers and special interest groups. And I think that's the challenge that we face, is to actually put some metrics around measuring welfare that are meaningful to us and also to our customers. Probably one of the biggest challenges we've got is management of pain. It's something that our customers are quite emotional about, and it's very difficult to measure, and it's also difficult in an extensive operation to take the time with the drugs we have at this moment to use them. And I think continuous improvement in animal husbandry, and especially pain management, is needed to meet community expectations. It's probably the biggest challenge to the producer on the ground, is to actually have continuous improvement in this area. Because we have sheep as well as cattle in all areas or most areas of Australia, stock transports are often built to transport sheep and stock, and sheep transports aren't ideal for transporting cattle. So as a business, we invested in 3 specialised cattle crates, so that when we shift our cattle, they're being shifted by the best means possible. And we've seen a marked improvement in the carcass quality of our cattle, less bruising, less dark cutters, because it's a less stress on their environment as they're transported. Innovation. Innovation is the lifeblood of cattle producers. They have to innovate to improve. And one of the best innovations that we introduced to our business was cattle yard design, based on Temple Grandin's idea of cattle movement. Yards designed for the way that cattle think are a benefit to both cattle and the people who have to handle them. And we get the added benefit of easy cattle flows and a better welfare outcome for our workers, occupational health and safety outcome. A sustainable future. This can be a sunrise or a sunset, depending on the point of view, but either way it's going to happen tomorrow. The future of our industry is something we can control.